Hi, honey. Good afternoon.
Well, good morning. It's still morning here.
How's your trip going?
Not bad. What's up? How's my mom?
She's sleeping.
Good.
Good? It's not good. Her condition is getting worse. And it's becoming more than I can handle.
Now you're starting to sound lazy. You've been doing great so far. Don't try to back out of it now.
I've been doing it for the past 18 years of my life. I need to start looking out for myself.
What are you talking about?
I was going through my timeline today on Facebook and I saw an ad for a sculpture class. I want to enroll in it.
What? Why would you want to do that?
What do you mean? I've always told you how much I love to sculpt. You know I am passionate about the art form. So why are you acting shocked now? Is everything okay? Why aren't you answering?
I'm just speechless. How can you be so selfish, Mia?
Excuse me?
You just told me that my mom's getting worse, and you seriously think this is the right time to start learning how to mold clay? Jeez, are you for real?
For your information, sculpting is beyond just molding clay. Besides, the class won't affect how I take care of your mother. I just need to do something I am passionate about to feel alive once again.
I get it, but what's more important right now is my mother. Or do you want her to die?
Why would you say such a horrid thing? I would never wish that on your mother.
The class will be nothing but a distraction. It'll stop you from carrying out your duties.
My duties?
Come on, I'm the one traveling all over the world, making money. It's your job to take care of the home and my mom.
So, what are you saying?
Let's focus on what's important right now, and that's my mom.
At least think about it, will you?
Fine, I'll think about it. I need to go offline now. Talk to you later.
Take care. Hi, honey. Good evening.
Sweetie, how are you doing?
I'm okay, preparing for bed.
And my mom?
She's good. I've put her to sleep.
Thank you. You're the best.
Have you had time to think about what we discussed last week?
I'm so sorry. I forgot. I've been swamped with work.
How could you forget?
How could I not? Besides, I thought we were already past this.
No, we're not. The window for registration is closing, and I have to sign up before the end of the week.
You can't do it, Mia. We'll take care of my mom while you're taking the class. You'll leave my sick mom alone in the house? Come on.
I thought about that, and I came up with a good solution for everyone.
You're not taking her to class with you, are you?
What? No, that's silly. Why don't we place her in a nursing home? They are more equipped to take care of her.
I can't believe this, Mia. You want me to leave my mother in the hands of strangers who only want my money?
It's their job, and they will take better care of her than I ever could.
No, you're just being lazy, and you want to stop taking care of my mom just so you can mold stuff. I won't accept this. You're not taking that class.
Ever since we got married, all I've been doing is taking care of your mom. I've been doing it for 18 years, and you don't even care about my well-being. I gave up everything for your mother, and now that I finally want to do something for myself, you mean to stand in my way?
Just hold on until a better time. Stop being selfish.
You are the one being selfish. Why don't you send her to a nursing home?
Do you know how much they charge?
I think your mother deserves anything they charge. What's the point of working and making money if you can't take care of your mom?
Why should I pay a dime to strangers to do something my wife is more capable of? You're not going to register for that class. My mind is made up.
You're really going to do this to me? After everything I've done for you and your mom?
You're the one doing this to yourself. Stop this delusion and focus on my mother. When I return from this trip, I'll get you something, okay? Sweetie, are you mad at me? Mia, why aren't you picking up my calls?
Hi. What's with the urgency? Is everything okay?
How can everything be okay? $8,000 was withdrawn from our joint account. Why?
Jesus, is that why you're burning up my phone?
You don't think $8,000 is a lot of money?
Well, it's not enough for you to be so strung up.
What did you use the money for?
I placed your mom in a nursing home. I went ahead with it since you were dragging your feet.
How dare you? I told you not to do it.
I don't know what your endgame is, but it seems I'm the only one looking out for her. She was getting worse by staying in the house, and you didn't care. Well, I took the decision out of your hands.
You went against my wish, Mia. I expressly told you not to. This is all because of that sculpting class, right?
Actually, the sculpting class is only a bonus. I used the money to pay for your mother's admittance into the nursing home, and the rest covered the registration fee.
You really have some guts. I can't believe you used my money to do things I explicitly forbade.
I did what is best for everyone. Your mom's health will significantly improve at the nursing home. Besides, you spend most of your time traveling around, so I don't expect you to understand how boring it gets staying at home all day.
This is your excuse for abandoning my mother with strangers who know nothing about her? How could you be so heartless? I won't forgive you for this. If you can do such a thing to my mother, who knows what you can do to me? I don't think you love me as much as you claim.
Stefan, how could you say this? You know I love you. I'm sorry if I made you mad. I'll make it up to you. I promise. Stefan?
Mia, we need to talk.
Really? You've been ignoring my calls for the past 4 days, and now you want to talk?
Are you still attending the class?
I'm just returning from today's class. Why?
So you eventually did as you please even after I told you how I felt about this sculpting thing. Have you no sense of loyalty?
You are the one with no sense of loyalty to the wife who has been taking care of your mother for almost 2 decades. You want me to remain a maid and a caregiver for the rest of my life. I deserve better than this.
Fine, do whatever you want. I'm done with this marriage. I can't be with someone who hates my mother. I want a divorce.
You are kidding, right?
I am dead serious. I can never trust you again. After all, you abandoned my mother. What's stopping you from leaving me too when you pick an interest in another stupid skill?
This is really unfair of you, Stefan. Do you really want to throw away everything we have built over the years?
I just want a divorce, Mia. Sculpt all you want. I don't care.
Okay then. If this is how you feel, then I will give it to you.
Mia, you can expect a call from my lawyer anytime soon.
So you're really going through with this then?
I've made my feelings perfectly clear. My mother is the only person I love in this world, and you failed her.
Funny you should say that while I have been the one taking care of her. Do you even know what she likes to eat every morning? Have you ever made your mom so much as a cup of tea?
Let's end this right here. I want nothing more to do with you. You brought all this upon yourself, and you deserve everything that's coming to you. Mia, what's this I'm hearing?
What is it this time round?
My lawyer told me you're asking for 50% of all I own? Why would you ask that?
You mean 50% of what we own?
That's my money. Those are my properties. I'm the one always flying around and working my butt off all day. All you do is sit around and you're asking for 50%?
I deserve it, Stefan. The reason I never got a job was because of your mother. I was too busy taking care of her. If I had chosen to ignore her the way you do, I would be at the top of my career by now. You're lucky your mother is a sweet soul. She's the reason I stayed this long in the marriage.
Lies. I'm starting to understand that you were simply after my hard-earned money.
That money and those properties belong to the both of us, and nothing can change that.
Fine, you can have them all. I don't need you anyway.
We'll see about that.
Hey, sweetie. It's been a while. Mia?
Why are you messaging me? We are not meant to talk outside the court.
Please, just spare a few moments. I need to say something.
I'm really not interested. Goodbye.
I messed up. I messed up big time. I took you for granted, and I lost you. I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me? Mia? Please say something.
What do you want me to say?
Curse me. Anything. I probably deserve it all. I was horrible to you, and I don't deserve to be forgiven.
You got that right. But why are you in my DM? I don't care about your apologies.
Since you left my life, everything has taken a turn for the worse. I used to think all you were good for was taking care of my mom, but now that I'm alone, I've realized just how much you did. You took care of the home, you made sure all the bills were paid on time and our debts were settled. You helped me with my work-related projects. You made life so easy for me, and I threw all that away because of my stupidity. I'm so sorry.
Well, I did say you would regret it.
And you were right. Forgive me. Please, come back to me.
Don't be silly. Come back to you? What a joke.
Mia.
Be honest. The only reason you're crawling back to me is because you've realized how much you need me, and how I don't need you at all. You took me for granted and showed me your true colors. I would be foolish to come back to you after that.
I made a mistake.
Yeah, and it cost you our marriage. I've moved on, Stefan. You should do the same. I wish your mother the best of health, but once the divorce proceedings are done, you and I will never have to cross paths again.
But Mia, I love you.
Well, I don't love you anymore. Goodbye, Stefan. Don't contact me again.
Please, let's rethink this.
There is nothing to rethink. I am done. Stefan tried multiple times to get back together with me, but I rejected him. I regularly visit his mother at the nursing home, and she is always glad to have me around. I also got a well-paying job in a manufacturing company, all thanks to some friends I made in the sculpting class. I feel very fulfilled and happy. Right now, I just want to be alone and do the things I love.
Nikki, what time will you be home tonight?
It shouldn't be too late. Why?
I've made a lot of your favorite dishes, so hurry home.
That's why you're texting me? That's strange. Did something happen?
Nothing special. I'm just in a good mood, so I made a lot of your favorite food.
Really? Well, then why are you in such a good mood? Did something good happen?
Well, if you put it like that, there was something that happened today that made me happy.
What? But I'm working right now, so I'll hear all about it later, okay?
I see. If you want, I can tell you about it now.
You just want to tell me about it now, right? If there's something you want to say it already.
Don't talk like that to your mother. But I can't get angry today. I'm in a great mood.
Oh, okay. And what put you in such a great mood?
Today is a celebration. Sarah left our house.
My wife, Sarah? What are you talking about? What do you mean Sarah left our house? Where's Sarah?
I have no idea, and I couldn't care less. That woman is not a family member. She doesn't belong in this house.
I don't understand what you are saying. She doesn't belong in this house. Oh, did you kick Sarah out?
Kick her out? That sounds so mean. That woman left the house on her own accord. I don't know a single thing.
I don't believe that. I'm trying to get a hold of Sarah, but she's not picking up. I hope she's okay. Did you do something to Sarah?
Sarah's phone is right here next to me. I don't think you can get in touch with her.
What? I can't understand what's going on. Can you shed some light? Sarah's phone is at home, but Sarah isn't?
That's right. She isn't very intelligent to leave her phone at home when she goes out.
I still don't understand. Can you give me more details?
That woman, she's the bad one.
Come again.
That woman, she used to torment me. Plus, she thinks she's better than me and her ego. Oh, yikes. She's an awful woman. She keeps telling you sweet lies. I was at the end of my rope, dear.
I hate to interrupt, but as a rational person observing you and Sarah, to me, the tormentor and the person making egotistical remarks was you, Mom.
What are you talking about? How can you say something like that?
If you didn't like what Sarah made for dinner, you would toss it into the garbage bin. You would complain about how she dusted around the house. If Sarah left because of these things, it'll be all your fault, Mom.
What?
Honestly, I don't know what happens between you and Sarah when I'm not around. But I've always suspected you were giving her a hard time, Mom.
I've never done anything to her, Nikki. That woman, she's the bad one.
Moving along, what did you do to her, Mom?
Not a single thing.
I can't imagine Sarah leaving the house without her phone. What awful thing did you do to her?
Not a single thing. I just used my brains a little.
More riddles.
I changed the locks, my dear.
The locks? Oh, what are you talking about?
Don't worry. When you get home, Nikki, just let me know it's you via the intercom, and I'll unlock the door for you. Plus, I've already made a new set of the keys for you, Nikki.
Are you seriously telling me you had the locks on my door changed while Sarah was out?
You got it, my smart little boy. I know what time Sarah leaves the house to run her errands, so I arranged for my friend to come over and change the locks.
You're unbelievable. You did that to force Sarah out of the house? And you took away her phone.
She happened to be charging her phone. I didn't intend for her to leave it here.
That's it. Mom, leave my house.
What? What a strange joke.
It's not a joke. Get out. Leave the key under a plant or something, but leave.
How can you say something so awful to your own mother?
You forced my wife out of our home and changed the locks so she can't come home? That crosses a line.
It was the only way to exterminate that woman. It can't be helped.
Exterminate Sarah? Do you remember you invited yourself to come and stay at my house?
How dare you speak like that?
In any event, you are leaving.
A child must respect, honor, and take care of their parents. Who do you think I am?
Even if you are my mother, I will not forgive you for hurting my wife.
You're choosing that woman over me? Who raised you? Who took care of you when you were a little boy?
I'm grateful you raised me, but after Dad divorced you last year, you suddenly appeared at our house and started living here. Even then, Sarah wasn't entirely comfortable. But being a good person, Sarah tried her best. But you had to push her with your selfish demands and hateful comments. You wouldn't stop even when I asked you to. And then you would secretly torment her whenever I wasn't around.
I didn't do anything like that.
Sarah was really troubled by your actions. She tried really hard to get along with you. But you were cruel and ignored all her well-meaning efforts.
Shut your mouth, Nikki. Don't forget who gave birth to you. Gave you life. You have a bond, an alliance to me. If you stay married to that woman, trust me, our bond, it'll be gone.
That's enough. Can't you stop thinking about yourself for 1 minute?
Thinking about myself?
How many times do you have to say I'm your son, I must do what you want? Well, listen, the house that you are currently living in, that house is Sarah and my house. What gave you the idea it was your house?
Nikki, you are my son.
So what? My money automatically belongs to you? Of course not. I can't believe you changed the locks on my house. Who gave you permission to do so? You know, I can sue you.
Sue me. Don't make it a big deal. We are family, Nikki, my son.
Family? Well, Sarah's an important member of my family. You know she's pregnant. How can you do such an awful thing to her while she's carrying my child?
Well, because after she has her child, you may want to kick me out or something. That's why I thought it was better to separate you two. That woman.
Stop it already. I can't understand what you were texting. I can't help but think you're insane. In any case, the person who's leaving is not Sarah, but you.
How can you? How can you speak to your mother like this?
I won't think of you as my mother anymore.
What?
I'm saying I want to cut off all ties to you. Get out of my house now.
Why are you saying this?
I got a message from Sarah's father.
Sarah's father?
She left her phone charging at home and went to run errands, but when she got back, the locks were changed and you wouldn't let her back in the house. She had no choice but to go to her parents' home. Sarah's father said if this type of nonsense continues, Sarah should stay at his home and not mine. I'm sad to say, I agree with him.
Then have Sarah stay with her parents. Problem solved.
So I told her father clearly that my mother would be leaving the house, so Sarah will be safe.
What? Whatever do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I will have you leave the house immediately. I'm on my way to pick up Sarah at her parents' house. So gather your things and leave before we get home.
I don't know how you could say something like this. To kick your very own mother out of your house. I don't think you have it in you to actually go through with it.
I can and will do it. This is my house. If you plan to stay there any longer, I'll have no choice but to call the police. Wouldn't it be better for you to leave on your own?
The police? Why do you want to make this such a big deal? It's just a trivial misunderstanding within the family. I'm sure it can be resolved quickly. I have all your favorite food prepared. So come home.
Be quiet, and please leave.
Are you being serious? You would really kick your mother out?
I don't want to live with a mother who would kick out my pregnant wife. I want to cut off all relations. I mean, I will cut off all relations.
I'm so disappointed in you, Nikki. I can't believe you are my son.
Please don't think of me as your son anymore. From today, we are no longer family.
I don't know how you can say something like this. Don't you feel sorry for your poor mother?
See, that's what I mean about your texts being self-serving. Don't you feel sorry for Sarah? I understand why Dad had to divorce you.
I thought you would always be on my side, Nikki. You're my son, Nikki. You have a bond, an alliance to me.
Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Say whatever you want to. I called Gertrude. She said she's on her way to pick you up.
Gertrude? Like my daughter, Gertrude? Why'd you call her?
She's the only one you'll listen to.
I can't believe you told Gertrude. She's going to scold me.
Maybe you need to be scolded so you could feel some remorse. Maybe it was my fault that I was too easy and soft on you, but I can't take care of you anymore. I feel bad for Gertrude, but she'll be able to handle you, I'm sure.
If Gertrude gets a hold of me, she'll put me in a home for the elderly.
I highly doubt that. I know you and Gertrude never got along, but you really should be grateful she hasn't abandoned you.
Gertrude just drove up. I know. I won't open the door.
Can you please not cause a scene in my house? And leave quickly and quietly with her. In any event, you and I, we aren't family anymore. Got it?
Don't say that. I have always treasured you, Nikki. More than anyone else in the world.
That's nice to hear, but if that's true, you would have treasured the people who are important in my life, like my wife, Sarah. It's a shame, but this is goodbye.
Give me another chance, Nikki. I promise I'll be nice to Sarah. I won't complain about anything.
So you were aware that you weren't nice to Sarah, and you complained a lot. But it's too late. I want to treasure my family. My family excluding you. Well, then, goodbye. Just leave, and never contact me again.
Gertrude ended up forcing the door open and dragged her mother, Livia, out of the house. Gertrude was living with her father, Livia's ex-husband. So Livia was scolded by both. Gertrude made arrangements for Livia to live in her own apartment, and even found her a job. Even after all that Gertrude did for her, Livia couldn't stop complaining. None of the family wanted to be around her, and one by one, everyone cut her out of their lives. As a result, Livia lives in her small apartment, with no one to talk to, go out with, even share a cup of coffee with, as she grows older, all alone. Nikki and Sarah had a beautiful baby boy. The three of them are living happily together as a family.